I don't feel like I should go first. I feel like the Arsenal man should go first.
Bukayo, congratulations.
Thank you, my man. Thank you.
Listen, can you explain to people something for me? Because I know what you went through during the whole season. I know what you had to endure for what you were listening from people. And what you had to do to be on that field, not only tonight, but also against Fulham the other day. Can you explain the pain that you had to go through physically and mentally, please, to be able to reach a final? And we all know that we still have to play it, but please be honest with it. Can you explain? It's not easy.
No, it's not easy. But yeah, what can I say? I feel like it's not the moment. I don't want to say like I'm struggling or anything and, you know, make people feel sorry for me. As soon as I step onto that pitch and I put myself out there, I have to be ready for whatever critics I face if I don't perform. And that's the reality at this level. You know, we're competing for some big things, Premier League, Champions League. So yeah, the stakes are high, and if you don't perform, you're gonna get criticised. But I'm very happy today because obviously I've been speaking to you throughout the season. You've been there for me, and yeah, man, you know what it's been like. But you know, today's been a very special moment for me, my family, and for all the Arsenal fans as well.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we are. The boys are up at the big screen, which means analysis. What have we got?
Gyökeres, we talked about it. Yes, Jamie, we all know what Declan Rice can do, and yes, he was man of the match, but what Gyökeres is doing at the moment, the connection that they have with him, they make sure that this guy now, you can see, like I mentioned before, what he's good at and not what he's not good at. As you're going to see here, that reminded me something that we saw at the weekend. As you're going to see here, roll it. You're going to see Saliba is on the ball. Look at the little run. That's an old school run from a 9. Yes, make a run, see if you can go to goal. And if that defender didn't touch the ball, that would have been a 1v1. But he's aware there. He's not greedy. He's like, okay, I'm not going to force it. Yes, I cross it. We all know what's going to happen after. But if that connection didn't happen with him and Saliba, obviously that brought the goal of Bukayo Saka, that never happens. Let me bring you back, go on. Let me bring you back to the weekend. And straight away, it's the same thing. Hey, that's Fulham, play it. Straight away, look at Eze. Straight away, he looks, they've been working at it. Utilize the guy in what he likes to do. Play the ball into the channel, old school movement. Play it, roll it properly. Now, yes, of course he cannot score. Boom, he turns straight away. Can I feed someone? Clever run from Bukayo Saka. And then, again, Bukayo Saka scores.
Is that happening more because he's running more, or they've got more confidence in him?
I think it's a confidence thing. I think it's something to do earlier, because as soon as Eze got that ball, he just controlled it and he turned straight away to the 9. He didn't look at that line. He looked at the line of the 9, and that's something that they were not doing with Gyökeres. So therefore, you're not going to see how good the guy is and what he likes to do.
Just a question for Jamie. If you were playing centre half, who would you rather play against, Gyökeres or Havertz?
Oh, who would I rather play against? I'd probably rather play against Havertz. I'm just thinking of myself as an individual, because I think physically Gyökeres is probably a lot bigger and stronger than me in situations like that. But when I was actually looking at the run then, and this is something I'm not a coach, the only person that coaches me is son, but he plays my position. And as soon as you let a striker get in here...
Between the two, yeah.
So if you always have to be goal side. So as soon as the striker gets this side of you, you're finished, it's over.
Yeah.
You know, so as soon as that happens now, stop now. Now, for instance, when I was playing, nearly every striker I played against was quicker than me.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why they play strikers, they're quick. So you've always got to be there. You've always got to be that side. It's like a discipline. You never let the striker get there.
But why would you say you've always got to be that? So we got taught as kids, we always go ball side as a defender. But what's the reason you go ball side as a defender?
Well, you'll get there first. And also, if let's say, for instance, you're Gyökeres and I'm the defender, as soon as that ball goes there, you're going to beat me to it. But if I'm here, and the ball gets played, yes, I might get there, but don't forget you're quicker than me. Me, as that ball's getting played, I'm already doing that. I used to always do that. I can read where the ball's going to go, and as soon as it happens, I'm doing that one. So I'm stopping you starting your run and almost giving myself a head start.
Understood.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about what Gyökeres is very good at. And we talked about Brian Brobby for Sunderland. Play the man before you play the ball. So defenders always look at the ball and look at what Gyökeres does. He goes to the man straight away. Boom, body in. Then he lays it off. Always, because defenders are looking at the ball. They don't expect you to come. Look, he's looking. Boom, player, first. Then I secure the ball. Foul. You know how vital is that, guys? You know that when you're suffering in the game. Look at that ball. Boom, straight away. It's something that they worked on, and he put his body in between the ball and the man. And then look at this one. Look at the run that he's going to make. He's asking for the ball, but it's interesting. Stay with the run. They didn't play him. That could have been the same thing again. But look at the fans. They're telling Declan Rice why you didn't pass the ball. Look at the reaction of Declan Rice. Declan Rice is going to tell the fans, relax. Hey, relax. Okay, this time they're going to play it to him. Ball's going to go on the side, and they fed him. But you know, that's not an easy finish. You have to put your leg above and try to guide it down. But then he was everywhere. He was running. Yes, the finish is not great. We all know about it. Same again. Body in. Rotate your defender almost like a center in basketball. Look at that run. Look at the generosity. Look at this. Those are the things that people sometimes will not mention as a striker because he didn't score and whatnot.
Can I ask you a question? If you could advise him to do one thing to make him into a top player, what would that be? You've showed the runs in behind. What more does he need to add to his game?
It's just like, you know, you need to know what you're good at, first and foremost. And I think what was very important, more important than anything, they needed to adapt to him. Mm-hmm. It's not so much, he won't be the type of striker that's going to do wonder things for you. He's not R9. I'm not having a go. Not a lot of people were R9 in all fairness. But I'm just saying, you need to adapt to him. He will make the generous run. But if you don't play that ball, what else can he do? Yeah. If you don't go on the outside to feed him, what else can he do? And Harry Kane is not going to come in midfield and start to roll the ball and ping in on the left, ping in on the right. He's not going to do that. So it's not so much sometimes what the guys can do is what you can do to enhance his game. And I think the Arsenal team now is doing that. They are enhancing his game. You can see what he's good at. I'm repeating the same thing, I know, but that's sometimes what's missing.
Absolutely fantastic. Jamie, do you want to take us to a break?
We're going to go to a break and then we're going to come back and we're going to give you even more of this top analysis and chat about Arsenal being in the Champions League
Don't
final.
go anywhere.
One coming, did they? Lucien Daviscount, Tom Hiddleston. So good to have them with us tonight. Thierry, talk to us about the game as a whole. How do you reflect on the Arsenal win?
Again, you know, first and foremost, how brave Mikel Arteta was in his choice in the starting lineup. Usually, sometimes he goes into, you know, 4 centre-back at the back. He went with Ben White, he went with Calafiori, he went with Miles Lewis-Kelly, he went with Bukayo Saka. We knew Bukayo Saka couldn't pass an hour. Miles Lewis-Kelly, we knew in that type of game he might have some issues physically, especially playing that game at the weekend. Then after we know what he did, after to secure the game, it was 1-0. Bukayo Saka, scored that goal. But I have to give a lot of credit to the usual guys. You know, Saliba was good, Gabriel was good. Declan Rice, obviously, we saw that he got man of the match, but I have to give Gyökeres a lot of credit. What he did, the way they use him right now, they play to his strength. He goes into the channel early, he held the ball, he was putting pressure on everything and anything on the field. Was it like, it was almost like Jamie will say that, and it's almost like it was what you usually see normally in a semi-final of the Champions League. What we witnessed last week was just outstanding and crazy and so good to watch. But we did the job in a normal way, professional job. You go and get a draw at a place, you come back to your place and you win it. Yes, deflected shot, saved by the goalkeeper, but you were there. Some good defensive moment from Arsenal, difficult to beat. One thing that I will say that the game at one point, you're looking at it and you're like, okay, after I think 65 minutes, you have Lookman, Griezmann, Julian Alvarez on the bench, Bukayo Saka also on the bench. So you know when you arrive in this type of moment at the end of the season, a lot of players play through injury. I think Julian Alvarez maybe wasn't too fit. We know Bukayo Saka also wasn't too fit. But this is why I would love to see if we can speak to Bukayo, because I want him to explain to people that being a footballer is not so much always about the glamorous time. It's been questioned all season. Can he be the guy? Is he not the guy? Is he the star boy? Is he not the star boy? Who's better than him or not better than him? Today he had to play with barely training. I know he's suffering with his Achilles tendon. He came back. I spoke to him and he came back. He was like, I got to be on the pitch. I got to be on the pitch against Fulham. have to be. It's do or die. So you have to give those guys a lot of credit. And sometimes we take it for granted. We all played through injuries, right? We all played with moments where you're not 100%. And those guys had to do it, deliver it for the, in bracket, Arsenal nation. And you could see that Atletico at that particular moment after that Griezmann went on the bench, and then Julian Alvarez also went on the bench, that quality was missing. You can see that Soloff didn't have his usual companion to be able to play him through or support him, and that was better for us, obviously. But overall, it was a professional performance from Arsenal. And let's see what we, not me playing, obviously, but what we can do in a final.
Ooh, Titi, speaking so positively, I love it.
No, it's like I said, you at one point, you have to, I'm old school. Show me what you can do, and I will say it. Mm-hmm. If you're not showing it to me, I'm not going to lie here and not be honest about it. If you're not playing well, I will say you're not playing well. For a very long time, for example, if I take the example of Gyökeres, the jury was out on him. It's not a bad thing. Embrace it. Try to prove people wrong. Tonight he did, not only tonight. In the last month, I will give him his credit. Mm-hmm. He's running. He looks solid. He looks a bit more like a number 9 that you can be scared of. But what I like also is the way that now they look for him early.
Yeah.
Play to the strength of the guy, because if not, I'm going to see his weaknesses instead of seeing his strong points. And now, because of the way they utilize him, I can see what he's good at and what he's not good at. You understand what I'm saying? It's a difference. Then the guy feels more comfortable to make the run where he's going to excel, and not going to see his weakness. I just think that fair play to Mikel Arteta. He came up with a plan. He decided to go strong at the beginning, kill the game after.
Should take a look at the highlights, everybody. Let's go through this. Micah, I think you're going to jump in first.
Oh, yeah? Just give it to me. I can do anything.
I know you can.
Atletico, first half. I mean, the game was sort of in the balance, really. It was sort of who was going to get that first shot. This time it's Alvarez. Just can't get the required connection. Saliba does well getting across. And he had, I would say, these maybe half chances. I mean, really good tackle there from Declan Rice, who was outstanding on the night. I mean, just throwing his body in there. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And what we expect from him as well.
But that was early on from Atleti, and then Arsenal started to create chances themselves the longer the game went on. Not huge chances, but as I said, you're not going to get huge chances against a team who defends so deep, 5 at the back. Half chance, really. Then Mars Lewis Skelly, class this as a chance, but he's looking for somebody. He's not really looking to score from there. He just didn't have the bodies in there as they did certainly at the weekend against Fulham, but they were getting closer.
And then the goal, that's what I'm talking about, that early pass to Gyökeres, and he realized obviously that he cannot score. So he goes second post, Pubil takes the ball away from Simeone, Trossard does a little shimmy, shoots, Simeone touches it, Oblak saves it. But Bukayo Saka scored the goal like a real number 9. Look at where he goes. Look at where he goes first and foremost. He goes, he gambles that the ball's going to go. The two defenders believe that he's not going to be. They believe a bit too much on their goalkeeper. You're always going to believe that he's going to drop it. As a number 9, you should think the same thing as a defender.
You know who I really like though? David Raya. He's been absolutely outstanding.
What a transition that was, Micah. Surprisingly, David Raya is with over there. Smooth, wasn't it?
Can we just, before we begin this, can I just congratulate you, Thierry? Unbelievable, your team is in the final. And I get having sat there, year after year, listening to Micah about Man City, Jamie about Liverpool. Congratulations, I am so happy for you.
Thank you,
Uncle Pete. By the way.
Thank you, Uncle Pete.
We haven't had to listen to you, though, have
Uncle
we, Pete, about Man United?
No, hey, that's next year, James. We'll take it next year. Let's focus on this young man here. Seriously, what a season you're having, by the way. I actually was on a program on Sunday saying that you are my Premier League Player of the Year.
Thank you.
I've said it to you before.
Yep.
I think you've been unbelievable all the way throughout this season. You've saved your team time and time again, and now you're in a Champions League final. Just take me through that. How are you about that?
No, obviously it's a dream come true, especially not just me, the whole team, the way we did it this season without losing a game and not conceding that many goals. So it's a remarkable achievement from everyone and for the club.
Yeah, it's your stats are incredible. 13 games in this Champions League, 9 clean sheets. That's unbelievable. That just tells you how big an impact you have had on this. How difficult was this game for you and the team today?
I think obviously playing against Atletico Madrid, we know it's going to be very, very tough. I thought the first half was incredible from our side. Nicking the goal right at the end of the first half, but I think we deserved it. Obviously, second half they were going to come at us. I think we managed the game very, very well. When we had to play, we played, and then we had to go long. We did, and credit to Victor that he fights a lot in those situations, and he won a lot of duels. So that helped us to manage the game. We didn't give that many chances. I think they had two shots on target with it was quite easy saves, and that's just credit to everyone, not just me or not just the back four, is the whole team.
David, could I ask you about a club that you used to play for 12 years ago at Southport, one of my local clubs, and you're now in a Champions League final. What a journey. You've been absolutely fantastic since joining Arsenal. I think you made a huge difference to the team as well in terms of where they are, in terms of going for the Premier League now and on the verge of a Champions League also.
Thank you, Jamie. No, it's a long journey. Looking back to those days at Southport, 2014, is incredible. I'm really, really proud of myself for the way I've did my career and reaching the Champions League final after all those years and hard work. I'm very, very proud of myself, and I cannot be more grateful, to be fair.
Well, everybody at Hague Avenue is very proud of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
David, soy Titi, enhorabuena.
Muchas gracias.
We're going to carry on in English, sorry. Listen, first and foremost, before I ask you the question, I want to make a statement here. And I will second what Uncle Pete said. Because if you were not our goalkeeper, this season, I think there is a battle with Declan Rice, we're going to have to be honest. But what you did every single game this season is outstanding. And yes, I know we cannot put points on the goalkeeper sometime on winning the game. You can only make sure that our team cannot lose the game. So you've been outstanding. And I think it's not easy to be in a discussion of Player of the Year being a goalkeeper. So I think you should be in that discussion. So well done. And I want to ask you something about what we don't see. So what I talk about what we don't see is myself. I put myself in it. We were questioning Gyökeres. We were questioning the leadership of Bukayo Saka. We were questioning the leadership of Odegaard. And sometimes you have to be honest because we couldn't see it. How did you guys, manage to stay where you're supposed to stay to be able to compete all the way? How did you manage that?
I think through togetherness. I always said that this club is more than a club, is a family, and we have each other's back. And when someone doesn't have a good day, another one is making for that. So I think that togetherness and that willingness to help each other, that gets us where we are right now. And I think you can see on the pitch, like everybody's fighting for everyone and just make that difference at the end of the day.
We obviously we're in flash, and we've got UEFA people and the press people from Arsenal behind the camera going like this. Move on. I have one more question, because I've been here quite a lot this season and last season. I have never experienced the Emirates like it was today. Yeah. What was the atmosphere like to be for you as a player today?
Oh, it was incredible. Just at the minute that we arrived at the roundabout, it was full. I've never seen the Emirates like this before. And I think that gave us the extra motivation, extra energy to go to the game today with that fire in our bellies, to make those people happy and proud of us. And I think we certainly did. We are in the Champions League final. Now is gone. We have 3 weeks for that. So now we have our biggest opportunities now at the weekend, and we just have to be focused on ourselves to go win these games.
It's been an unbelievable week for you.
Thank you.
Good win on Saturday. A good result for you yesterday.
Thank you, guys.
Champions League final. Thank you very much for doing this.
Congrats. Thank you, guys.
Well done.
Thank you, Pete.
Wow.
Clint, my friend, we barely heard from you.
Hey, I'm learning from everybody.
Are you going to put the doc again, or?
What's up? No, we're going to talk about how you didn't drink. I was very impressed.
Oh, very
You had a glass passed to you, and you showed restraint. So we got to see disciplined Meeks.
Yes.
Not just physical
D-Mix.
strength, no, mental strength.
Mental
D-Mix
stuff,
and
Earthwalker.
Earthwalk. That's the duo.
Arsenal, what are your thoughts? I know you're like a Tottenham, Fulham type of guy,
it's
but
a bittersweet type of thing, right? Like, being a Tottenham player, it's like, you see your rivals doing so well, but at the same time, it's like, you're proud of the Premier League. That's the team that you played in. They're flying the flag. People talked about, is the Premier League losing its status around in Europe in terms of being the top league and what have you?
was that the word in America?
Well, you just kind of get that vibe from some of the games and the lack of teams, I guess, that are in the semifinal. Being normally you see more English teams, Man City, Liverpool's, and what have you. And they're flying the flag for the Premier League. You got to respect it. And like TT said, they put in a professional job. And even though it's tough to see, you got to give them credit.
I think Declan Rice was fantastic. I think he's been the best player in both these games. And even though Arsenal find themselves where they are in the Champions League and the Premier League because what they've done over 9 or 10 months, but they were definitely wobbling in the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks. And I think the last 3 games starting, or basically the last week, they've almost sorted themselves out. And I think the decision to move Declan Rice a little bit deeper for Mikel Arteta has had a huge influence on it. I thought he was really good out in Madrid. He's got the Man of the Match award tonight as well. And obviously, in between at the Premier League game, it was the first time we'd seen Arsenal really play free and look at it easy. Probably going back to the Tottenham game, probably a couple of months ago, they went away at Tottenham, I think 4-1. And I think that little tactical shift of moving Declan Rice a little bit deeper, I think it's had a huge impact on Arsenal. And they are now 2 games away from winning the double of, the Champions League and the Premier League. The Champions League final, obviously, but if they beat West Ham at the weekend, they'll win the Premier League. It'll be all over. So that's how close they are right now. But you've still got to get across the line, still got to get there. But as I said, it looks a different team than what we saw probably 2 weeks ago.
High stakes, isn't it? Let's take a look at the highlights from the second half. Thierry, do you want to pick us up here wherever we jump in? Let's see where we go. Here we go.
Ooh, yes, but look, we all, were kind of, you can see that there is a tiny bit of contact, but Juliano Simeone stays up. Here, if he goes down here, then you're asking question. And then obviously he couldn't finish. And on that one, we have to say that if Juliano Simeone goes down, then we're in trouble. We're in trouble because you would have to go to CVR. And then here, I think what on this one saves us is that the referee calls a foul here. Gabriel plays it well. Because here, it would have been again a little issue, but since you called a foul before, you don't need to see what's happening after.
Yeah, and you mentioned Gyökeres playing to his strengths, running in behind. Exactly what he's good at. I think Arsenal at this point growing in confidence and then finding the space. And it's a difficult one to keep down there. It bounces up right just before him. But if you look at his movement there, being in the right place at the right time, just couldn't get the right connection on it.
But we knew Atletico would get a chance towards the end of the game, and it come from the guy off the bench, Sorloth. You get here, it's looking dangerous. This level in a semi-final, you're expecting the striker to catch that cleanly, whether he scores or not, but certainly to wake the goalkeeper. And there's another half chance. So, listen, in a couple of occasions we've just seen there, they've had a little bit of luck, Arsenal, but I know from my own experience, if you want to win a Champions League, you need luck along the way. And if they are to win in the final, whoever it's up against, they'll need a little bit of luck in that game as well. That's the nature of cup competitions.
Yes.